Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Aquarius United. I'm making a super awesome mixed green salad here. Some fresh greens I just washed. It's a big bowl, you see. Just enough to share. Not to share with me and my daughter because she loves salad as well. I like to make all my dressings from scratch. Grapeseed oil, lemon juice, a little bit of salt, and in here I'm going to use some blackberries and just a variety of mixed vegetables that I try to keep stocked up, stay fresh. Goat cheese. So this is not a vegan salad, so don't flame me. But I love goat cheese. It's a sweet little umami add-on. I actually like to use red onions in my salad. I think red onions are good. They're pretty sweet. I like to use green onions because I have to chop up a whole red onion for this all the time. But making salads is a useful technique because it helps you learn what your flavor palette is actually because over time, I was a raw vegan in 2016. So over time, you learn what you really like and what your body likes and, what works best for you. So it's a good way to experiment with what you like. Sometimes I like to add I've sometimes I use salmon patties chopped up into my salad as well. Um, that's as far as I go as far as adding meat goes. I try to keep my salads as raw as possible. Some berries, strawberries. But yeah, keep your knife sharp, and you're good to go. The reason I the reason it is important to eat like raw green foods like this because our body is made up of tissues and vessels and all that kind of stuff, but people don't realize people don't know that our tissues are similar to plant cell walls. And plant food can help with repairing structures in our bodies as well because we we need these whole food molecules so our bodies can use these nutrients to rebuild us. So that's why eating too much processed foods can be really detrimental for your health in the long run. And when you start when you get used to eating this way for a while, you don't even want processed foods anymore. I don't even I definitely haven't eaten at like a McDonald's in like I don't know how long. And I just try to avoid fast food in general now. And I definitely try to avoid sugar as much as possible. I don't even crave sugar that much anymore. Like I don't crave sugar unless I actually eat something sweet and then it just triggers that response. But I have pretty good control over it now because I know that if I eat too much sugar, it's going to make me sick. Now I get headaches and get lethargic and all that kind of stuff. The withdrawal afterwards. Taking out the little bad edges. When you start eating like this and you start paying attention to the food you put into your body, you realize how much you really don't need as well. And and it helps you become more economical with your food as well because then you're just not buying stuff you're not going to like or stuff that doesn't make you feel good. You start learning what you really like. And people say they don't want to eat this stuff, but they don't try to eat it as well because their tongues are used to eating salty, ultra sweet stuff. Gosh, I use such little salt and sugar in my foods now that when I go out to eat, it's almost nasty sometimes because how much salt they actually put into your food, you know? My God. Especially these corporate restaurants like the Olive Garden, Red Lobster, and all these places, like they put way too much salt in their food. I don't know how people can. I mean, I know you have to eat it there all the time, but gosh, I don't know if people can endure through all that. Now that my taste buds have been cleansed. Broccoli, I keep broccoli. Try to keep some fresh broccoli all the time. The kids like to eat it. The kids like to eat. I mean, I try to make sure my kids eat fresh fruits and veggies all the time. It's always available for them. I cut up fruit daily for them. You know, there's a big bag of grapes in the fridge as always. Mangoes and strawberries, all this good stuff for them, for everyone. Because, you know, their bodies need, you know, those whole food nutrients as well. Much better than eating the bull crap that they want your kids to eat, quote unquote. The kids, they love it, you know. You gotta teach kids, young, about eating healthy and taking care of themselves. Because, they see you taking care of yourself, they're going to have to take care of themselves as well. And they see that you're taking care of them, they're going to care about themselves as well. I think that's a big thing I've learned through parenting is like, you know, kids they do very much learn from what you do, and they see you and they hear you. So be mindful of that as you're raising your little ones out there, and do for them as you would do for yourself in a way. If you're going to take care of yourself with good foods and exercise, get your kids involved in it. I mean, if you're childless, I mean, get your friends involved or your family as well, because it's sharing the love, and food is love. So that's why the secret ingredient is love and everything. So put that secret ingredient in and share it, and it'll really nourish you. Especially like eating colorful foods like this. Like I don't know how I can ever go back to eating like how I used to after eating like this now, because it's just so colorful and it's beautiful. It's like making art. Oh my gosh, I love it. Home cooking is so much fun, guys. I mean, not that I don't like to eat out at a nice restaurant, but it also makes you appreciate eating out at a nice restaurant more when you know you're eating at a place that cares about what they're putting into their food as well. I think people should be more aware of all this, of how we take care of ourselves and each other. I know the Sikhs, they will do like community uh, feeding. Feeding. They'll feed the community like vegan foods and stuff like that. Because vegan food, anyone can eat vegan food. No one's gonna object to that, ever. Someone may complain there's no meat, but it's the only way to ensure that everyone can eat something and it's good and it's healthy. And it really is made with love. And I really do dig that about them. One of my good friends would do that. He would feed the homeless every Sunday. Right now, he had some health problems he had to stop, but he would do that like every Sunday, and so reliably. And he would make his food homemade, and it was home cooked food he made, and he would feed about 50 people every week, just by himself as well. It's the kind of attitude we should have towards each other when it comes to this kind of stuff. Food is abundant. It's everywhere. We got to share it with each other. So here I'm adding some garlic, some spicy garlic. Garlic is a great uh, pharmaceutical food. It's a medicine, a great natural medicine. Um, when it's raw, but raw garlic, it passes through your body in a way. The molecules in garlic um, will grab onto the bad stuff in your body and will pull it out. There's something about foods like onions and garlic, these pungent foods that that radiate through your body. I say radiate, but I don't know. They go through your body. They pass through your tissues and stuff with their small molecules, and it's able to pull out all the negative stuff and just draw it right out of you. It's great for health. It's great for immunity. If you ever have any kind of sickness, like a cold, an infection, before trying like an antibiotic or something like that, um, try eating raw garlic. Like seriously, um, it will just clear you up. It'll clear your sinuses, all that, you know, your gut. It's good for everything. You know, incorporate raw garlic into your life. Like I don't say maybe not daily, but as much as possible, especially when you're feeling sick, especially in these times. So here I'm making my dressing. About a couple of tablespoons, well, not a couple, but yeah, a couple of tablespoons of grapeseed oil I'm using here. I like grapeseed oil just because I think the flavor, uh, I think the flavor is just a little bit more smoother than olive oil, in my opinion. I don't know, I just like grapeseed oil a little bit more. I just think it has less of a flavor actually to me, and it doesn't like overwhelm other things. Lemon juice is also a great immune booster, of course, full of vitamin C. It's like the bleach of the natural world. So that's why lemon water is good for you because it cleanses the water when you put lemon in there. And then when you drink it, the same thing. It can help with your immune system. I like to use lemon in dressings and as topping and stuff like that. I don't use lemon during cooking. I don't have a kind of a thing about it. I prefer limes during cooking. It just tastes better. I'm adding like one sprig of thyme. Um, Eating herbs raw is another medicinal thing, great medicinal thing to do for your health. Um, Herbs, their properties, they vary in what they help in your body. So, do your research. And if you're ever feeling sick, make yourself a medicinal salad with like some, herbs and spices that are literally healing. And you can food is medicine. It's not a lie. It's just factual. Food is fuel, fuel is medicine. And, just be careful. Be mindful about, what you're putting into your body. That's all. A little bit of salt. You see how very little salt I add just because I just don't want to add too much salt to stuff. But salt is a flavor binder, flavor enhancer. So try to add a pinch of salt to your things, It could be, eating greens. You don't have to eat greens, flavorless or nothing, you gotta add flavor to it. The flavor is part of the magic of the medicine that food is. Treat yourself. It feels like treating myself every time I can sell it like this. Like it's like creating a piece of art in a way. A little squeeze of honey. Honey, is awesome medicinal. Whisk it up with a fork real good. That's what I did. Just to make sure that, it's smooth and everything. Very good. Very good. Now for the money. I really enjoyed making this salad. I really enjoyed making salads. Just like I enjoy making all my meals when I um do all the prepping and knowing what I'm putting into it and putting my herbs and seasonings. It just feels like I'm lovingly crafting something for to nourish my body, my family's bodies, and their minds and their souls, because soul food, it's good for the soul. And yeah, goat cheese. I love goat cheese. It's very light on my stomach, much better than dairy. And yeah, the beautiful pour. Look at that. Beautiful green and reds and orange and purples. Gotta give it a taste test now. Don't be afraid to, try things your own way. This is just something that I, just came up with kind of a whim, but I got used to eating. When I first started eating vegan, I did not know what I was doing. It was terrible at first. I was struggling. But once I learned how to season and mix the right foods together, it's just like people come and complain about vegetarians that have not having enough to eat. There's so much to eat once you learn how to make it, and I really want to encourage people to eat more healthy. So thank you for watching. I hope this inspired you to eat healthier, eat better, and blessings to everyone.